Time to jump into Nathaniel Hawthorne's grave. Wow, that sounds just as creepy as I thought it would. Yeah, we're gonna take a break from exploring Salem to explore the death of Nathaniel Hawthorne. Examine the circumstances of my death. It's a very strange, mysterious death. With trepidation, I jumped into Nathaniel Hawthorne's grave and made another leap. Now I stand in the woods of an unknown time and place. It's cold here. I have a most uncomfortable feeling of danger. A campfire draws me to the left hill. Is whoever made the fire still here? A passage on the right leads to some kind of settlement, worth checking out. The large tree overlooking the valley is familiar. I've seen it somewhere in a snow globe in my bedroom. I must examine the circumstances of Hawthorne's death. Well, that's weird. We've got a serpent crane, over here. We also have a railroad spike. And what's this? We have some sort of fraternity college pen. Okay. And over here on the left, we have a hidden objects challenge. Now this particular hidden objects challenge is a weird one because it gives us 4 inventory items, not just one. So we got matches, a pan, sugar cubes, and some beef jerky. Beef jerky is going to be used over here on this wolf. Oh, jeez, this is terrifying. Okay, here, have some beef jerky. Just leave me alone, you big jerky. Okay. So what is this? We want to go here. This is a presidential train. It will soon be leaving. Step away. Yeah, it's the president's train. But which president? Platform's empty. We're not going to hang around here. And here is the Hollingworth Inn. Hollingworth Inn. So we have some ghosts here. You look in over your head, Greenhorn. Are you from New England? What would that mean? I'll tell you. Nothing. Well, do the tribes pose a threat against our military? The superstitious always have some kind of great protector. My kind of protector is made of iron and spits hot lead. I saw some Native American artifacts in the woods. Are there any hostilities here? This area was tribal land with hard feelings on both sides. Plymouth and Salem, New Hampshire. Yeah, both of those towns, they're sacred tribal sites. And York, Maine was home to a massacre of settlers on a witch's Sabbath. Okay, well that was creepy and strange. Let's talk to you. Hollingworth, what will it be? What's all the commotion? Some writer from Salem's visiting the president. He got separated in a surprise blizzard and wasn't strong enough to recover. He just passed. That's Nathaniel Hawthorne. He was with the president when he died? What? You're in Plymouth, New Hampshire, home of former President Franklin Pierce. Oh, President Pierce. Is that the president? I like the doc said, exposure from the elements. The guy had soft hands. I don't know why Pierce brought him out here in the cold. My cursed ailments of old age. I need my cane. So we get the cane to this old man, and he will talk to me. Sure is cold, isn't it? This snow ain't natural. I've never heard no one in this town ever died of winter exposure in May. And what about President Pierce? Well, he's a fool, but he's our fool. Yet some in power still want to embarrass him for his short-sighted leadership that helped to get us into a civil war. I heard, wolves out there? It's these woods. I always keep silver on me to keep the werewolves away. Here's a silver coin to protect you. And this man, off limits, nobody's allowed with the president. Are you a friend of his? I have his college pin. Hi. I'm Franklin Pierce. Thanks for returning my friend's pin. What can I do for you? Oh, okay, that wasn't the president's pin. That was Hawthorne's pin. So what happened out there, Mr. President? Excuse me, it's been a very difficult ordeal. I'm sure you've heard of the tragedy that befell my friend when we were in the woods. I wrote about it in my diary. Did you know Nathaniel Hawthorne very well? Well, since our college days, 1824. It was a great year. I mean, we got pins along with Henry Wadsworth Longfellow, another writer. Are you going to be leaving soon? I'll be staying. That train belongs to the Lincoln administration. Secretary Stanton arranged to take Nathaniel's body back to Salem. Strange. I thought Stanton hated everyone, especially me and Nathaniel. Secretary Stanton being the Secretary of War during the Civil War. Obviously not somebody you want as an enemy. So let's see, what do we have here? We have... what? Hello? Oh, you must be the president's assistant. What do you need to know about this man's death? Other than he died of exposure and suffered from a degenerative brain ailment? Is there any blood? 3 long gashes on the back, probably caused by a hard fall, maybe from a tree or a rocky ledge, or even some sharp ice. Yeah, maybe a murder. Maybe was he murdered? Yeah, that's what I think. There were abnormally high traces of lead in his system. Maybe it was enough to cause his mental condition. Mental condition? What? Both legs and one arm were broken. A great deal of blood in his throat. This seems like murder to me. I'm sorry, Doc. I'm sorry, Doc. This seems like murder. Okay. Okay, well, what do we have here? Allegiance to the North and the South? Oh, no. Hawthorne's wife, Sophia Peabody. And somebody lost a button. And then just 2 random feathers that are lying on the ground there. Alrighty. So let's see, is there something I need in this room? Well, this is where the dead body is located. Nathaniel, whatever happened to you, I'll get to the bottom of this. Inside the doctor's bag, we have a scalpel. You are close to something important, or else I wouldn't be able to materialize. My energy to appear and help you is really depleting, okay? I'm kind of worn out now. Pierce was a military man. Can we trust him? I trust him with my life. He helped me at every important turn in my life. How did you get your wounds? I didn't see my attacker. With no warning, I felt throbbing numbness of an attack. My soul felt like it was flying above my body. Were you ever exposed to lead? Not to my knowledge, but my ailment began to set in sometime after I published an article at the behest of President Lincoln and Secretary Stanton. So after he got on the bad side of Stanton, all of a sudden, he had problems with lead poisoning, maybe? And this is creepy. Our main character jumps inside the casket with the dead body and gets transported on the train. He should have done what he was told. Message acknowledged. Let's get out of this town. Hurry up. You don't have to be gentle to dead traitorous writer. I'm done with this charade of serving Pierce. So, yeah. Definitely murdered. Definitely murdered. And I need to turn on the lights. Let me use the matches to turn on the lights. Where am I? I can't see anything. So this is, let me see. Can I go outside? Nope. Yeah, I'm on the train. That's how I snuck onto the presidential train. I'll need to go through all these 19th century garments. Here's a piece of coal from the engine. And yeah, it looks like the only other room here is this presidential room. So here on the desk, we have a piece of paper. We use our coal on the piece of paper to make it visible. I can't read the pattern. It's a very mysterious book. Oh, here's a book on Morse code. And we're moving this way. Lincoln Secretary of War Edwin Stanton was in charge of transporting the Commander-in-Chief. He would have installed this safe. He would have known about the safe. So we put the Morse code book here. It's going to be a puzzle. So this number is 8527. 8527. Wow, that's hard to remember. 8527. Here's another puzzle. Use the stethoscope here. You're going to move it left and right. Let's see. I think we start by moving it left. Nope, we start by moving it right. Okay, move it right until you hear a click. Oh, there's a click. Now we move it the other direction until we hear a click. Now we move it the other direction. That allows us to open the safe. Inside is a book, and the code is that number we saw earlier, so what, it was 8257, I believe? Darn, wrong code. Oh, no. Oh, okay. 8527. 8527. It was 8527. Okay, so here are notes from President Pierce. I feel partially responsible for Nathaniel's death. I was the one that got him involved in politics and drove him away from America. Characters like Edwin Stanton exploited naive souls like Nathaniel Hawthorne. I do not fully understand why he agreed to go camping on this trip. He suffered from increasing bouts of dementia, as if someone had conspired to eat away at his dignity and his mind. We climbed without incident, but descent was a supernatural matter. A freakish blizzard struck the sacred lands, unlike any felt in May. Darkness separated us. I heard cries that terrified me to the bone. I called for Nathaniel to no avail. There was nothing to do but wait at the campsite as the shrieks continued. At dawn, the blizzard cleared, and I found Nathaniel 10 feet from the cave, nearly frozen to death. Snow thrashed around him, but no footprints. I managed to take my unconscious friend down the rest of the hill. Nathaniel died that day in the local inn of what the doctor pronounced exposure compounded by long, debilitating illness. The doctor was wrong. Nathaniel died of the curse, the dreadful curse that bore down on generations of this family. Nathaniel's family was cursed? Dun dun dun.